Shalom, first and foremost, I want to give all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Bashem Rakakudash. Double honors to the apostles and the others. Great millstone and rule well. Blessings to the overall elect. Teaching this word, no sincerity and truth. And it's going to be a quick video. This is, as you can see, it's on a Daily Mail. This is one of the mainstream news media platforms that Esau, pushes out there. And pretty much, the title says it all. And it reads, junk food, toxic compounds used to make industrial tubing and rubber gloves are found in 80% of McDonald's, Burger King and Pizza Hut food. And the apostles have warned us about these, these mainstream, food places like, McDonald's and, Pizza Hut and, the cheese and ain't real cheese. And I mean, so what you're eating is pretty much plastic, man. Industrial tubing, rubber gloves, and all kinds of stuff you're finding in 80% of the food that you go. And you got children that are being taken in there by these parents of the tribes, man. And getting them Happy Meals in McDonald's, and I want a Happy Meal. So they take their children down to these, particular franchises, McDonald's, Burger King, Pizza Hut, and pretty much what they're eating is what they think is food, but it's really not food. Okay, it's really junk, and it's really like toxic compounds, man. All right, and this is all happening because Esau is in rulership over the earth. And I'm just one. This is just one aspect of, that I'm pretty much going into on Esau's rulership. All right, the scripture says. Remember, the scripture says that, the red horse, that power was given unto him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. Okay, and this is another way how Esau can use, because Esau controls the food supply. A lot of the food that we buy out here pretty much is not real food unless you grow it yourself and you know that it's coming from the soil that you grow and it's, quote unquote organic, and you see it grow and you take care of it and you got your own livestock, which we don't really have. A lot of these people are in these cities and they have to rely on supermarkets, and it gets packed up, it gets fucking produced in these factories, and it gets shipped off in these, put in these shipping containers and so on and so forth, which there's even a shortage of that now because Esau is holding back these shipping containers. And soon there's going to be a shortage of food, coming on your plates, all right, from the supermarket shelves to ending up on your plate, going on a conveyor belt, scanning it, going to the supermarket, getting it scanned, and then it's ending up on your plate. Soon there's going to be a shortage of that, all right, which there already is. But I'm talking about a major shortage, man. We're coming into a time of famine. So, it reads on. It says dangerous chemicals are linked to asthma, infertility, and smaller testicles. Study finds. All right, and we already know that this plays into that scheme where, the Georgia Guidestones, where Esau wants to maintain a population to around 500 million. Remember the Georgia Guidestones, man. All right, so all of this stuff is coming out. All right, the scripture says that thy tongue shall fall upon themselves, man. In fact, let's get that scripture. Let's get that upon themselves. Let's see if we can find that. Yep, this is Psalm chapter 64, and this is dealing with the wicked, the secret counsel of the wicked, right? When you read up in Psalm 64, in fact, let's start from 2. It says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. And who works iniquity on the earth? Esau. Okay, he's the one that's the worker of iniquity, because the earth is given into his hand, into the hand of the wicked, and the wicked are the Edomites that rule the earth, starting with the elite, elite of the nation of Esau, Edom, the elite banking families on the earth, okay, headed by Esau. Okay, they're the ones that are working iniquity because the earth has been given into the, into the hand of the wicked, and they are the wicked. Malachi 1:4 tells you that. All right, and they do it because it's in the power of their hand, like it says in Micah 2:1. It says, woe unto them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. So they practicing this because it's in the power of their hand. They control the food supply. They control, what food ends up on what shipping container and goes to what stores and so on and so forth. They control that. And right now, we're in the middle of being besieged, man. We are prisoners of war. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. That's why you're seeing, the fuel prices rise. That's why you're seeing the price of food on the rise. All right. Inflation. which inflation is the manipulation of the money supply. Okay, the pumping and the creating out of thin air of, more money out of thin air being created. That is obviously going to reduce or dilute the strength of the money supply. And when that's circulated, when that's pushed into circulation, that's when you get inflation, soon to be hyperinflation. All right, and this is all happening on the earth because Esau controls the money supply. Remember, they control the banking system. All right. It says when the morning is like, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. So it's in the power of their hand, and that's why they do that. And they covet fields and take them by violence. All right, take them. They steal everything. Everything they have, they stole. The scriptures tell you that in John 10:10, the thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. Okay, and that's Esau, man. He's a thief. It says, and houses, and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. Now, when you are manipulating the money supply, when you're, pretty much throttling the food system, the food supply, and you have the control to stop it. Like these elite banking families, they have the power to end world hunger. Okay? They have the power to do that. But guess what? They're not going to do that because they are the wicked. All right? They are the wicked. They're not going to do that. And that's why you're seeing things like this come out. Their tongue falling upon themselves, man. Okay? Which you shouldn't be eating from these places anyway, man. Because it's nothing but garbage, nothing but poison. All right? It's not just the cholesterol, calories, and carbohydrates in fast food that people have to worry about. Burgers, pizza, and burritos are crawling with toxic forever chemicals, according to a new study. Researchers, and you remember you had that study that came out on the Subway sandwiches, which the tuna that was being investigated, it wasn't even real tuna. So what the fuck are they really giving us, man? All right, so this ain't real food, man. This the shit that we're giving us. That's why the Lord told Ezekiel to eat man's dung, and he protested. And he said, all right, eat cow's dung, because it was symbolic of the shit that we're going to be eating in these last days. Even cow's dung is better than what we're eating right now. This is Ezekiel 4:13. But it says, and the Lord Yahweh said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them. All right, so our bread is defiled, man. Okay, our bread is literally defiled. If you really knew what was in the food that we eat, like genetically modified foods and all these chemtrails and all kinds of stuff that Esau's doing out here. He's polluting the earth, man. And he's doing that. He's working the iniquity because it's in the power of his hand. All right. So let's go back to that secret council. Which is Psalm 64 and 3 now. It says, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect Israel. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. So they lay snares, man. All right. And Esau is known as a cunning hunter. And a hunter lays snares, traps to catch their prey. And that's what they're doing. And their prey is us. Okay. See, the elites know who we are. They know that we're the Israelites, man. So what do you think they're going to do? What do you think? They want us to prosper as a people? What do you think? They want us to be healthy? You think they want us? Why do you think they're pushing the jab among our people so hot and heavy? All right. Among you so-called Negroes, Latinos over there in America. Why do you think they're pushing that? The Native American Indians, okay? Why do you think there's certain natives that they're forced to take their families, their children, and run into the woods? And that video was uploaded by the brother Yashalam. He pretty much uploaded that video, a clip of the native woman, speaking about the natives having to run into the woods with their children because they're being forced to take the yab, forced to take the hydrogel, the serpent serum, the venom, if you know what I'm talking about. So why is Esau pushing that so hot and heavy, man? All right, and then they push it out to you like it's for your well-being. And the scriptures tell you that in Psalms 55, all right, you got certain leaders of Israelite, like General Yohana telling you, go ahead and take the jab. Come on, bro. Because he's a sellout, bro. All right? Going on like you don't know the history or the motives of the so-called white man. Okay? His track record. Okay, his track record, especially when it comes to slaughtering Israelites, man. Okay, look what he did when he came over there to the Americas. Okay, look what the transatlantic slave trade. Now we're just supposed to believe that he cares about us as a people. Okay, like he wants us to thrive and prosper as a people. Like he wants to help us. Get the fuck out of here, man. All right, and if you take that hydrogel, man, then pretty much you're done, man. If you compromise for that, then you're gonna compromise for the ultimate. The hour of temptation, the MOTB. All right, this is Psalms 55 and 20s. It says he have put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him, he have broken his covenant. Yeah, when they came over there to the islands and they met the northern kingdom, man, they were at peace with them. You know, Esau came over there with a sword, started slaughtering them, man. All right, and you want to talk about Cristobal Colon? You want to talk about he's a great explorer. You know, when pretty much he was over there slaughtering the natives, man. Okay. And these fucking the rest of them devils that went over there, man. All right, them Europeans, man, colonizers. What do you think they were doing? They were going over there, sitting around the campfires and just having a good old time and just, massaging each other and, telling war stories. No. They were fucking slaughtering them, man. Hey, Cristobal Colon, he was guilty for, enforcing slave labor on the northern tribes. And if they would, to go out and then fish gold out of the rivers, and if they didn't come back with anything, they would chop their hands off and hang it around their necks. All right? And he knew that there was Israelites over there, but that's why he brought a Hebrew interpreter over there with him, man. And one of the name, or interpreters over there with him. And one of the name goes by the name of Louis de Torres. And you can read that up, look that up, man. All right? And they made peace treaties. The native, they made peace treaties with Esau, and they broke every single last one of them. So what's changed, man? The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, okay? But war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. So we ain't supposed to trust this devil, man. And he's still polluting the food that we eat, okay? This is fucking, war that he's declaring on us, man. And we are still prisoners of war, man. So now's the time to wake up. But you see, you Israelites are out there, man. You're going to keep going to these McDonald's spots, Pizza Hut, Burger King spots. You're going to keep on fucking eating this fucking poison, And you're just going to keep on submitting. You're going to keep on compromising until the ultimate compromise comes when the MOTB is pushed. Then you're going to fold and you're going to worship the image of the beast. And you're going to take that mark. Only the elect the elect are going to stand stiffly for the name of the Lord, man. The scriptures tell you that. Now you're going to have other people that ain't going to take the MOTB, the Charagma, rebels of society and so on and so forth. But we're not, we're not concerned with those guys. We're concerned about the elect only. That's who we're concerned with, man. Okay, we're concerned of the number of the men, women, and children that Yahushua is coming back to save in these last days, which is the elect of the nation of Israel, man. That's who we're concerned with. All right. So let's read that part again. It says the word of his mouth was smoother than butter, but war is in his heart. So how are you gonna trust a man that comes to you slick, but and his track record, and he's really a criminal? Right? And the word criminal goes back to the word crimson, which means red. And he calls himself white because it represents purity. But there's nothing pure about what this devil is doing, how he's managing the earth. Like I said before, he can end world hunger. He can do that. Okay? He don't have to spray the air with chemtrails. He don't have to turn everything upside down. He doesn't have to push vile affections among these people. But guess what? Well, really, he does ultimately because he's the wicked. So the Lord has put the spirit on him to do that. Okay, the Lord, and remember the scripture says the deceived and the deceiver are his. The Christian church ain't telling you that. They ain't telling you the truth that the Lord controls both sides. All these vile affections that people have on them that are out here, all these demons that are on these people, the Lord put that on them. And that's a fact. All right, but we're in the know. We know the truth, man. We know that Esau has been set up by the Most High to really push that agenda on the left-hand side. And that's a test for us. And we got to resist that. Okay, we got to resist the temptation that the devil is going to come with in these last days, man. Especially with the Charagma, okay? That no man might buy or sell. How many of us are ready, to be off the grid? We got to be ready for that, okay? We got to be ready for that, man. To not have any dealings with this society whatsoever. We've got to be ready for that. We've got to let go of this society. The scriptures speak about letting go of the mortal thoughts, okay? It says, but war is in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Right? Let's go down to verse 8 in Psalm 64. So shall they make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall fly away. So this is an example of Esau's tongue falling upon himself. He controls these major news media platforms. But guess what? Having this title on a platform such as this, the Daily Mail, that's detrimental to Esau and his rulership, man. Come on, look what he's doing. But the thing is, they can actually put that out in the people's face, and the people are still going to go to these, these restaurants, man, and buy this junk food and poison. All right? 99p deals, and, because it's cheap and it's quick and it's fast food. You know what I mean? You got these single parent mums that just, as soon as they pick their children up from school, they can't be bothered to cook. So they're going to, like earlier, I went to a supermarket and there was this chick. I don't even know how to cook chicken. What do? You put rosemary on it. I said, what the fuck? I started laughing, man. And I was getting anxiety attacks. All these people was around me and shit, man. I had my trolley in my hand. I said, fuck. At one point, I think I spoke out loud. And the same woman that said that she can't even cook a chicken, she looked at me funny. Because I said, fuck this, man. Like, that's the sighing and crying that we go through. We're not a part of this world, Arkham. We're not a part of this, man. We ain't supposed to just, assimilate and conform to the rest of these, these bots that are just going along with the society. Then fuck this, man. We're supposed to be rebels to this society. This society is fucked. And we know that, and we're supposed to speak about it. Look at the articles that are coming out, and the people are still gonna go and shop and feed their children this crap. Okay? And our food is defiled. The scriptures told us that, bro. Alright? And this lesson's going on a lot longer than I wanted it to, but hey, Spirit of the Lord. Alright, Psalms 82:4, it says, deliver the poor and needy, rid them out of the hand of the wicked. The wicked is the Edomites, Esau. Malachi 1:4, they are known as the borders of wickedness. Those are the people who the Lord hates on the earth. Okay? But you want to talk about God's all love. God ain't all love, bro. He hates too. The scripture says, first of all, the scripture says, Jacob have I loved and Esau have I hated. The Lord hates. Okay, it says they know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course. So all the foundations of the earth are out of course. Not just the food supply, the water supply, the drinking supply, the water that you're bathing your children in, the water that you bathe in, the air that you breathe. Everything is destroyed. Isaiah 24 tells you that. Everything's been turned upside down. Esau is as deaf. Habakkuk tells you that. So how are you supposed to trust a man that is known to be as deaf? He's known as the man of sin, the son of perdition, bro. How are you going to trust a man that's known as the man of sin? That's his title, man. The scriptures tell you in Jeremiah 13:23. Let's get that. How are you going to trust a man that's accustomed to do wickedness, man? Jeremiah 13:23. Can the Ethiopian change his skin or the leopard his spots? Then may you also do good that are accustomed to do evil. And this is evil because Esau ain't got to do this, man. But he's doing it. Now, like I said, ultimately he does have to do it because guess what? He's the sword of the Lord on the left-hand side. He's going to do what the Lord wants him to do. That's what he's created to do. Right? To put toxic compounds in 80% of your restaurant meal, your restaurant menus, man. From McDonald's, Burger King, Pizza, and there's many more other restaurants that are out there that are full of toxic chemicals too. Not just these ones. All right, so hey, never trust thine enemy, like the scripture says, man. We need to get out of this place, and that's why the fashion of this world passeth away. That's what we're about. We're hastening the day, man, because we need to get out of this place. This is an abomination, bro. All right. Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil. Esau is accustomed to do evil, but you're supposed to trust in him. You're supposed to lean on him. All right, because he tells you that the jab is supposed, is gonna make you, better, and it's gonna protect you from the pandemic. Then we're supposed to just trust him, right? Well, then how comes the people that got the jab? How come they're still getting the virus? How comes there's still more mutations? Because he's the devil. He's a liar, man, and he's the father of it. And the scripture tell you in Psalms 58 and 3, the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies, man. That's what Esau's about. How you gonna trust a liar? A man that's created from the womb to be a liar. How you gonna trust that devil, man? All right, Jake, man, you got to wisen up. But only the elect are gonna wake up to the truth, man. Only the elect are gonna take heed to what the apostles and the elders and down are teaching, man, and saying. And we're blowing that trumpet, man. We're sounding an alarm, and that's supposed to wake your ass up. But it's only given to the elect to wake up, and that's just the reality of the situation. All right, we got to get out of here. The elect are going to be in that sighing and crying. We're not out here to have mirth. First of all, we're prisoners of war, man. We're in captivity, man. Go among Esau. Go among them countryside. Over here in the UK, you go on the countryside, and you see how Esau is living. You know you're in captivity. You know you're in captivity, man. Where you compare where you're living to where he's living. You're in a ghetto, and you're living on a fucking 17th floor. And Esau's out there with acres of land and livestock and sheep and chickens and, fresh eggs that his chicken have laid and organic everything. You know you're in captivity, bro. You think they live how we live, man? The scripture says they are not in trouble as other men. That's Psalm 73. Okay? This is the truth, man. We have the truth. Understand that. Know who your enemy is, man. Anyway, with that, man, I'm going to say shalom.